So, Mike, how does it feel to be the bug out champion?
I mean, it feels great. It's been a long time coming, 3 years runner-up, and I'm not going to get into that one time, but there was a slight scandal, and but it's been a long time coming, and it's well-deserved, I think.
What do you think was different about the training this year that paid off?
Well, I definitely went deeper with the training, a lot of long nights, but also it was from the Michigan bug out. That helped me because I was sick in the shed for 4 days, but other than that, I think the training went well.
You didn't seem too confident coming into this. What do you think you worked out that ultimately?
Yeah, I think actually it did work in my favor because I felt like I was going to get slighted like I did every year. And they almost did. They tried to take it from me, but I just stayed consistent. And I think that's what really got me through. I was consistent, and I trained harder than everybody. That was easy to tell.
What did you think of the local Denver competition?
I think that they had no idea what was coming for them. They think they smoke, but they don't. We easily outsmoked them, and coherent sentences wasn't a strong point either for them.
Did the weed potency or any of the altitude have any effect on you?
Oh, yeah, the altitude. I mean, I probably could have smoked twice as much weed, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse because we still easily outsmoke them, but the altitude was definitely different. I haven't felt that before.
So what are you planning for the next one?
Oh, planning? It's going to be a problem because I don't see how I can lose ever again now. My training regimen is out of this world. I feel like my lungs actually have grown. I'm a better smoker, so anyone coming at me for these next years, good luck. It ain't going to happen. All right. No more questions? Thank you. Cheers.
Shit. Excuse me.
Sid, you strung together 3 title defenses in a row. What happened here?
I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record over here. I don't want to say I got robbed either. Mikey deserved this one. He had the crowd on his side. But I don't know. I guess I didn't. I don't know. My funny bone was a little off.
What do you think went differently?
I don't think I was. I don't think I was ready for Mike's. Mike came out hard. He came out swinging. I just think I underestimated my cousin a little bit. But the other two. No offense to Andy and Rodney, but they weren't a problem. Even though I did. I don't want to talk any smack. Forrest Mommy, if you're out there, eliminating me first was unfucking believable. But thanks for having us.
Were there any segments from other competitions you thought might have been missing?
Yeah, there was a couple questions that I think could have been asked in a couple different directions, maybe. However, I did actually enjoy. I wish that they implemented that bong smoking thing because I fucking cleared that shit. Shout out to that big guy who brought the missile bong. That should have been a competition because I outsmoked Rodney in that shit too. Mike and Andy didn't even touch it.
You going to compete in the next one, or are you thinking about hanging it up?
I can't hang it up if I'm hanging low.
Oh, okay. Well, what are your plans for the next one then?
My plans for the next one is I gotta come out funnier. I gotta hang out with Bernstein a little bit more, maybe steal some of his jokes. Maybe have him coach me a little bit. That's what I need. I need a coach, actually. Bernstein.
Is there anyone you would like to see in next year's competition?
I'm going to see Mikey again. I think Tech should stop hiding because he got scared. He was talking that smack, too. He should come out of hiding. And someone talked to Snoop Dogg about coming through for this next one. Because if you watch on tape, you see me. I double-digit jointed that entire competition. No offense to Mikey, but I think I outsmoked the entire table.
So how do you think Mike was able to squeeze this one out?
Because he had the crowd on his side. he ate some salted meats before we went. He was like in his zone, and they were just feeling him. They were chanting like Mike Nice, Mike Nice.
All right. Well, what did you think about the judges?
All right. So Forrest Mommy, again, I don't even want to talk about that. That was crazy. Just calling me out like that. Robert, I feel extremely betrayed, like Julius Caesar. Just all the Romans in sheath underwear just stabbing the shit out of me. But I do got to thank you because I'm still wearing sheath underwear to this day, the same pair that I lost in, actually.
Did you think you got any bad questions in the smoke out, bug out?
Plenty of them.
Nothing that come to mind. Do you think tech issues or altitude weighed in at all?
Nah, because I usually smoke with one nostril closed to practice for high altitude anyways, and I was out there before. I think my only problem is, like I said, maybe I didn't have enough salted meats before we went. Maybe that's why Mikey took it, because he had the Italian club, and I didn't. I had the melted turkey club.
All right, I got no more questions.
Anybody else? Anyone else talking shit? Does Mikey have a plaque?
All right, so off the bat, I just want to. It was a good evening. I like what everyone showed up. They showed up to compete. I do want to go over the gate. We had 75 people. I lost money on the night, but it was good. 75 people showed up, and even though we were in a forest with endless space, I am going to declare it a sellout. So thanks to all the fans that came out, and the competitors. I feel like they really showed up, and people had a good time. So, all right, what do we got? Questions? Let's do it.
Rob, what did you think about the contest overall?
I think this is one of the best bug outs that we've done yet. I feel like people really came in. They smoked a lot of weed. They had focus. They had good answers. We definitely had a couple tech issues, which is, par for the course. It's something that you got to roll with. I do think that the questions were a little bit smoother last time, so that's something we got to work on. And I didn't love the judging. I like both those people as people, but it was a weird night. I do think that they didn't quite take into account how much weed was smoked by Rob. You could say Rob got robbed. There you go. Put me in the bug out. No, that was cheesy. Let's strike that from the record. The commissioner doesn't do shit like that. No, I think it was a good contest. I was impressed with the people that had never competed before, how well they did. Usually people are more lost. I do think that we underestimated how much weed was smoked by Rob throughout the event. And I do think that the tech issues kind of... So we're going to look into, judges on the next time. I like them. I like the way that they judged the contest. I thought they were fair. I thought that they kept things moving, so they were great. But I do think I think just the fact that Rob got eliminated first, that's crazy. That shouldn't have happened.
Well, you nearly had a breakdown out there. How'd you snap out of it?
Yeah, that was a tough one. I'm not even supposed to be the guy smoking and getting high, and all of a sudden it was blowing in my face. That D's Trees, that was good weed. I actually really wanted to smoke that night. That stuff smelled delicious, and then I partied after the event. But no, I really wasn't planning on smoking, and they kept blowing it up in my face, and it got to that moment where I actually thought I might have been too high to continue to function, which is really a testament to these competitors and how well they're able to handle that climate, being in that environment in front of the live audience, smoking weed, and just all of them really handled it pretty well, except for Rodney. I don't know that he said anything sensible all night, but the rest of them, they really were able to kind of handle their shit. And that was a rough moment. I really thought we might have to cancel the bug out or get someone to fill in, but luckily, I don't know, I was able to channel the energy of the audience and get back in there.
So where do you think the next competition is going to take place?
I think I want to keep it on the East Coast. I do think it was fun going out west and competing against some of those guys. I'd like to keep it East Coast and local just for production reasons and so that we can get some, BK Chris back on the judging panel and, maybe even local. Maybe we'll even pack 100 people into the shed or something like that. But I definitely think next bug out's East Coast. I do want to get some bigger names to come out and compete or, maybe even do it like a comedy festival or something. But, it was a good showing and East Coast next time, so I don't lose money.
Well, what are you thinking about new competitors next year?
Well, Rob and Sid are definitely in it. Like, there's no question about that. Obviously, I mean, those are the same person, so that's not what I meant to say. Mike Nice, obviously in it. He's the current champion, so he's got to show up to defend. Rob's defended the title 3 times, and I do think that he really, no one's talked about it yet, but the fact that every time he was handed to the mic, it shrieked. I think that kind of turned the crowd against him. And then I do think he did not get the best run of questions. He did smoke the most weed. Once again, love the judges. Think they did a great job with the event. I think that they were funny through and through. But I do think Rob was underestimated on the pot smoking. I'm sorry. I have ADD. I haven't even smoking weed. What was the question again?
Who do you think is going to be the next round of new?
Oh, I want to bring in some big names. I want to see some legendary pot smokers come out and actually compete. You know, I've been out here. I've been sending out these emails. I've been telling people we have a legitimate pot smoking league. We've done this event 4 times. We've tested people. We have people smoking an entire ounce within an hour. We're clearing 5-foot bongs. We have people answering questions that they should not be able to answer while they're this stoned. I feel like we have put up and represented that we are some of the greatest pot smokers in the entire world. And now it's time for the Cheech and Chongs, the Snoop Dogs, these people that are out there claiming to be legitimate pot smokers to show up and try and represent. So, you know, Meth and Redman. I don't know. Who's cool these days that smokes a lot of weed? That's why I want at this thing. I want to blow it out the water, get some big names going.
All right. Thank you for your time, Rob.
There was nothing else? Anyone? No one? All right. Well, thank you for everyone that came out, supported the bug out. And next year, we're going to go even bigger. And I don't know. Maybe we'll even branch out to some new drugs. Maybe that'll be the next one. You know, we'll do like the nodding off contest. Have people do some heroin, see who passes out first. Maybe we'll roofie someone and, you know, see how that ends up. I'm just saying we're definitely gonna go bigger for the next one. And all right. Good night, everyone.